So Killing Floor 3 is still in early development, however they did have a closed access demo at Gamescom 2024 where different games journalists got to try it out. In the weeks following Gamescom, we've gotten a couple different articles written up about Killing Floor 3 where we've learned certain new details about KF3, including how many weapon mods are going to be in the game and how many specialists are going to be available at launch. Hey guys, this is Chris with B&B Gaming. Welcome back, and I hope you're doing amazing today. Thank you guys for all your support over the years, your likes, your shares, your comments, and if you're new here and you're interested in Killing Floor 3, hit that subscribe button for more content. Now to start with guys, I've broken this up into different categories. I'm going to source each category what article they're from so I don't get in trouble with Tripwire. The first category, Specialist. In an article written up on Games Radar, they write, "Perhaps my favorite thing about Killing Floor 3, the panic button. By hitting the mouse wheel, either on purpose or by accident, in a state of urgent flurry, my player character goes into slow motion, or Z time. This special move sends a combat drone up into the air beside me, laying waste to the Zeds faster than ever. It only lasts about 3 seconds, but when cornered in a tight spot with nowhere to go, it's the coolest and most relieving 3 seconds of my life. So Z time, at least with the Commandos gadget, is triggered when you activate the drone. Also, it lasts about 3 seconds. Another bit of information about the gadget is the recharge time. In an article by The Gamer, they write, "While this gadget was really strong, I didn't feel like it would break the game's balance. I couldn't use it every round because it wouldn't fill the bar that quickly, so I had to keep it for the best occasions." So again, Killing Floor 3 is still in early development or in the alpha phase where some of these systems are still maturing. So currently, it sounds like you can only use your gadget every other round or so. Whether or not there are skills on your specialist that will enhance this, so for example, maybe if you get headshot kills, it will decrease your cooldown for your gadget. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Speaking of skills, we have learned 2 skills that are on the Commandos skill tree. In an Epic Games Store write-up, they say that system, referring to the weapon mod system, is only set to become deeper beside each perk's branching skill trees that players unlock as they level their perks over time. The developers shared a few of Mr. Foster's. The first is called the Hothead skill, where headshots get a 20% chance of explosive damage to Zeds around them. The second skill we don't know the name of, but it says a grenade skill where one explosive splits into many for effective crowd control. Finally, we learn in an article by New Game Network how many specialists are planned for launch. It reads, "The same classes that existed in the original game, so Killing Floor 1, carry over into the sequel or Killing Floor 2, and will also keep going into the 3rd chapter, though of course with some additions. 6 specialists are planned for the Killing Floor 3 launch, each offering a unique gadget or powerful special attack." The next category, off-perk weapons. The best description I read of this is from Game Reactor. "If after a few rounds you get tired of using the shotgun and fancy an SMG instead, you can spend earned credits and switch weapon type without any trouble. At the same time, you can acquire a version of the gun with different attachments that pave the way for better accuracy, incendiary rounds, piercing rounds, slower but harder hitting bullets, a larger magazine, or a different sight. You name it, and you probably can get a gun with that attachment." Now my question with the whole off-perk system, will Killing Floor 3 treat off-perk weapons similarly to Killing Floor 2? So for example, with fire weapons, they're noticeably more powerful on Firebug because obviously the Firebug has skills that enhance the fire damage. Will that work similarly in Killing Floor 3? The next category, the weapon mod system. First of all, there's actually a pre-match loadout system in Killing Floor 3, so you can select from different weapons, which is a significant upgrade from Killing Floor 2, where you're basically stuck with whatever pistol or shovel you end up with. In the game's Raid article, they write, "I'm not told any official names, but the devs guide me to the pre-match store to swap my loadout. They encourage me to select an elite-looking pistol, complete with immolating ammo," I'm not sure what that is, "and the ability to pierce through multiple Zeds at a time. But there's at least 4 other categories of gun on offer." Another aspect to the weapon mod system is that weapons are going to be randomly generated with different mods. In the New Game Network article, they write, "At the station, or the trader, we get a new look at the weapon and gadget options. Similar to Call of Duty, the game presents a bunch of randomly generated, modded up weapons, and if you have earned enough currency, they can be purchased and equipped." Now you're probably thinking, that sounds interesting, but I'd rather make my own guns. In the New Game Network article, they confirm that we will be able to acquire the different weapon mods and create our own custom loadouts. Part of what makes the gunplay such fun in Killing Floor 3 is down to the addition of weapon mods. 182 of them to be precise. So we do have the number of how many weapon mods. I'm assuming this is how many are planned for launch, because later on in the Developer Diary 2, Ellen Wilson, the vice president of Tripwire, says,
"We'll build up, this huge set of options for people over time."
Anyways, they go on and say Tripwire wants it to be known that swapping around your mods and applying them to favored weapons is a piece of cake, allowing for greater build flexibility for players to play with in the most fun way for themselves. Anyways, they make it clear that once you acquire a weapon mod, it doesn't say how you do that, but once you acquire a weapon mod, for example acidic rounds, you can apply that weapon mod to whatever weapon you choose. As far as the different weapon mod categories, currently we have scopes, we have magazines, obviously we're going to have drum magazines, fast reloading magazines. We also have ammo types. I've read freezing rounds, acidic rounds, larger rounds that do more damage but shoot slower for sniping. I've also read freezing rounds. We also can change around the internal components, so increase the fire rate or decrease the fire rate. It sounds like we can change a weapon from fully auto to maybe single fire or burst fire. In addition, we also have grips, which will affect the recoil and spread of the weapon. And finally, we have underbarrel. I've seen underbarrel shotguns, grenade launchers, and also underbarrel flamethrowers. In total, we have 182 weapon mods. I don't know if there's other categories we haven't seen yet, but there's currently, again, 6 categories. That would mean there's 33 weapon mods, potentially, per category. That's a lot of combinations. The next category, traps and environmental traps. First of all, we'll be able to buy traps at the trader. In the New Game Network article, they write, "Another item to shop for are traps, such as an electric shocker that can be deployed and is activated by the enemies." In addition to purchasable traps at the trader, Killing Floor 3 is also going to feature environmental traps. In the Game Reactor article, they write, "When you match this up with traps that are designed to slow down or savagely chop Zeds to pieces, be it electric traps to shock them or explosive mines, along with ways to interact with the environment to further use that to your advantage, such as activating fans or deactivating turrets, all these pieces are in place in Killing Floor 3 to ensure you have an absolute blast slaying out Zeds." The next category, finishers. First of all, we have confirmation there are finishers in Killing Floor 3 for the players. In the New Game Network article, they write, "There is also a new ability to perform a finisher move on staggered foes. We don't know if it's like Doom, do you get health, do you get ammo, or is it just, for fun?" Speaking of finishers, the Zeds themselves also can finish the player. First of all, we have the examples of the bloat, the crawler, and of course the Scrake.
It's almost as much fun to lose as it is to win.
The next category, more Zeds are coming. First of all, we have confirmation of the Slasher, which is an upgraded version of the Clot, is going to be in Killing Floor 3. In the game's radar article, they write, What the F is that? I shrieked during my Killing Floor 3 hands-on demo, watching in horror as another hulking Zed pulls itself up from a ledge just meters away. It's no run-of-the-mill zomboid creature though. This is a special variant known as a slasher, or was it a charger? We also have confirmation of the return of the siren, but this time, just like the other Killing Floor 3 Zeds, it's been mutated. In the Epic Games Store article they write, when I first encountered the siren in my Gamescom 2024 preview of Killing Floor 3, playing fan favorite Commando Mr. Foster, it's clear that something's a bit different this time around. For one, she can confidently drop 50 feet to land right in front of me instead of staggering across the map from a comfortable distance. Next, her neck extends to grotesque lengths in a terrifying, unfamiliar attack windup. So first of all, it sounds like the siren either can be crawling on the walls and ceilings, etc., and drop down, or maybe it's at height or something, I don't know, but it sounds like they can drop from anywhere. In addition, the siren also has an extendable neck where it can attack the player, which, yeah, that's gross. The only thing that grosses me out is snakes. So if it has like a giant snake head, it's, I don't know. Anyways, finally we have confirmation that Killing Floor 3 is also going to be optimized for not only co-op play, but solo play. In the New Game Network article again, they write, the developers let us know that despite the multiplayer co-op focus and marketing for the franchise, nearly half of Killing Floor players choose to go solo. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Are you hyped up for Killing Floor 3? Are you excited there's going to be 6 specialists at launch? Are you excited for the new weapon mod system? Let us know in the comments below. For me, I'm super excited about the new weapon mod system, and especially because they added in the OFF-Perk weapon system as well, so you can run whatever weapons you want to run. How that's going to work, we don't have clarification yet. Will Killing Floor 3 treat OFF-Perk weapons similarly to Killing Floor 2? A good example would be fire weapons being noticeably more powerful on Firebug. So for example, if you're running Foster and you're using the flamethrower, is it going to be like super weak because your skills are not affecting the weapon? I guess we'll have to wait and see.